Hey guys, good day. Welcome to our channel. Today we are going to discuss about SAP system landscape. So what is the SAP system landscape? What are the types of system configuration available and what are their uses and benefits and all. The system landscape contains all the SAP systems that you have installed. It can consist of several systems or groups whose SAP system IDs or SIDs in short are linked via transport routes. The SID of a system is usually a unique system ID which helps to identify the system across a landscape. Now in simpler terms, transport routes are the paths through which the changes or corrections are moved from one system to another. We will be discussing more about transport routes in the later videos. Next, before we start, I would like to say what is a client. So a client is a business unit by itself. It is a commercially, organizationally and technically self-contained unit within a SAP system. Clients have their own master data, client data and sets of tables where each acts as a particular business unit. Now after you decide which clients you need to decide how to distribute them among the different SAP systems. You can set up multiple clients independently of one another in a single SAP system. However, when you configure the data, you must remember that cross-client customizing settings and repository objects are identical for all clients in a single SAP system. Changes made in one client apply immediately to all clients in the system. The SAP system landscape is usually of three types: three system landscape, two system landscape, and single system landscape. However, under special circumstances, you can have a four system, five system, or a multi-tier architecture as per business requirements. So now let's start with the three system landscape. Usually, a three system landscape is recommended in which each of the central client has its own SAP system. This consists of a development system, a quality assurance system, and a production system. The development system contains the customizing client, the quality assurance system contains the quality assurance client, and the production system contains the production client. The changes to all customizing and repository objects in the customizing client are done here. When you release a corresponding change request, they are transported into a quality assurance system. So like if we want to make some changes in a development system, so the changes are usually captured in a transport request or a TR, which is further moved to the quality of production system so that you don't have to manually do all the customization in each system manually. So when you release the corresponding change requests, they are usually transported into the subsequent clients. This means that the changes to cross-client data only appear in the quality assurance client after the transport. In the QA client, you can test whether the transports are complete or whether any linked changes are missing, and still those that are still in unreleased state or something like that. If the test is successful, the changes are transported into the production system. The production client is completely separated from other clients as regarded as a single cross-client data. So in production client, usually the business users usually log in and work for their activities. So the in development client, you make the development corrections, Then you have to use you transport those corrections to the quality system in which the corrections are tested, and finally the end business users use those corrections or developments in the production system as a day-to-day activity. Now, a two-system landscape. So, a two-system landscape is an alternative for smaller recipe implementations where little workbench development takes place. Two-system landscapes does not include a separate quality assurance system. The quality assurance client is also in the development system. As in three landscape system, the production client is completely separated from other clients. Here also in two system landscape, the development and quality changes are done in a single system, and the production system is kept as a final business system. The disadvantage of a two system landscape is that cross client data is used in both the customizing and means in development and quality clients, since it is a single system that is being used. This means that any changes that are made to the cross-client data in the customizing client can affect the test in the quality assurance client. You can also not guarantee the transport from the customizing client will be complete. Although all the tests in the quality assurance client were successful, errors could still occur after the transport into the production client. This problem is caused by changes being made to a cross-client data, and that those changes are not usually being transported. So now you may also have a question about what is a development correction means what is a workbench development and what is a customizing request. So we will be also discussing about these in details when we discuss about the transport management system of a SAP system in later videos. Now onto a single system landscape. So in a single system landscape, all the development, testing and using of the test results are done in the same client. It is usually not recommended due to business result and other constraints. Joint usage of hardware resource and cross-client data place serious restriction on how a single system operates. So usually hardware becomes a bottleneck. Like if you have multiple development and testing and production details are going on in a single system, so to support that kind of architecture, you need a very high amount of hardware to give a steady performance. In particular, usually once the system is used productively, you can no longer develop in it unless you stop production operations for the development and test phases. So usually if you have to do some testing, then you have to stop the production, then test those things, then again reapply into the same system. So it makes a pretty much from business perspective it is pretty much useless, because you cannot use it for the purpose of one without turning off the other. So the advantage of single system landscape is that you can usually do some testing or validation like POC and all in a single system landscape, and if you see that they are not posing any challenge, you can do it in a live 3-tier system. In the development system, you can do those changes and transport them to subsequent systems. So for testing purpose, single system landscape is used. So now on to multi-tier system landscape. So multi-tier landscape is nothing but an additional system being added to standard 3 system architecture. Usually companies have requirements that they can have two dev system or two quality systems. In those cases, the data moves from one dev to another dev, then subsequently monthly data moves from one quality to another quality system and all. So in these type of cases we call it as a multi-tier system, uh, or a n and n plus 1 system. For example, let's take care of a 5-tier system. So the SAP 5-tier system is referred to as a n and n plus 1 architecture, where n indicates the current release in the system and n plus 1 is the new release of the system. So like here you can see in the example there is a dev and a dev 1 system, quality and a quality 1 system. So those are the subsequent next tier systems. As per business results, if you want to do some changes in development system and then you want to mix those changes with some other changes in another development system, so for those cases you can use a multi-tier architecture. This figure is generally showing a typical 5-tier system and the flow of transport from dev to dev 1, then QA to QA 1, and then finally making the changes in prod 1. So this is a multi tier system, also known as a hybrid uh, SAP system landscape. Thanks for viewing this session. If you like our contents, please subscribe to our channel. It really helps for the growth of the channel and helps in adding new contents. If you have any queries, please post them in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next session. Thank you and have a great day.